Hey everybody, Mobile Rager here. Just saw this notification. So I was playing a different game. Uh, it seems something's gonna be going on next month. Well, I mean, there's always at least something going on in this game, you know. I'll be a little concerned with what, it's moreover, I mean, more like ground changes. So I wonder if any of them would. Oh, you know what it might be? It's the 30th, technically. Like it's 1 a.m. as we're recording this. These patch notes come out pretty late, but you know what's probably next month? Yeah, because the new Dragon Foghorn's lunar, right? So it's probably going to be some sort of lunar buffs. At least I'd hope there'd be lunar buffs after they randomly nerfed Toro for no reason. I'd hope he'd at least get like 20, 23 stats, you know what I mean? Like modern day stats. Be like one ask. Okay. As the adventure team still braves the realm and delves deeper dungeons, Season 24 comes around bringing its modest horde of changes. In most seasons so far, we've had a large batch of changes coming at once, and while this season the number of changes will be considerably smaller, this is only to give us time for what's coming afterwards. Of course, this season contains a few major holidays in it. I mean, Valentine's. So talk about why some changes are happening here and why some aren't. Okay. Valentine's on the Heartthrob team. While their valued holiday will come around this season, reworks of the Heartthrob team are not coming just yet. Gentleman Pepe can't catch a break. First, it's not even good on his team, and now his team doesn't even get reworked. Although we did want to give him a rework during this season, we simply have too much already ongoing to be able to properly give them all the changes we'd want. So, when are they coming? In short, while Heartthrob will not be in season rework expected by many, true, their rework is actively under development. Okay, so they'll be coming out eventually-ish. I mean, it's not like a ton was going on last season rework-wise. Like, I mean, there's the go-karts. It's go-kart staffing barnyard. I guess, okay, that is a decent amount of changes. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, and then 5. Yeah, okay. I guess I can see. Because, like, the Lunars would have made sense for January. Okay. So, balance changes. The Year of the Dragon is upon us, and with the new legendary introduced Lunar team, the rest of their cast is being brought up to speed, with small changes to a few members to better improve their role in the team. Alongside their Lunars, we're once again touching up some of the baseball characters. So I was right. This is an opinion I will now stand by. I was right to put them in C tier, because they're being buffed again. They got buffed twice in like 6 months. Garbage. Trash. Okay, specifically in regards to their performance and their dedicated game mode, Alliance War. So I don't know if it's just boosting up their Alliance War skills, but probably still do what they do, you know what I mean? So anyways, with the coming of the Lunar Dragon, we're also introducing the Lunars to their own theme skill. While not very flashy, it still should help the team's baseline power to stand their ground and wrap up battles when reaching their ascensions. So okay, I will say a comment about this before reading into this. I've ranted on previous occasions, side tangent videos like these, about all these teams got theme skills or whatever. But I've come to a pretty decent philosophy, because I've seen some people, mainly on the Discord, but then again, I don't really know where other places are that people are talking about this game, except for like the Claymore Knight YouTube comments. But some people seem to be under the impressions that theme skills are like mandated now. Like ever since Vintage, that's just every team has them. Which, like, I get how it feels that way. Because it does. Because I've been talking about it, how everything under the sun is again theme skills. It's not strictly true, because rework horror, the horror's got a rework, they didn't get any. I mean, baseball doesn't have one, but I think they came out before Vintage. Or do they? Oh no, they got changed into having a theme skill. Right. Because honestly, saying things like, "Oh, old teams, like Nice List doesn't have a theme skill. They're, blah 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 blah." Of course, none of the other, the game's still balanced or whatever. Like, sure. I'm trying to go through my head. Maybe because Hunter's got one with the rework. Toy Team has one. Naughty List have one after the rework. But I'm gonna get sidetracked if I try to list them all. That being said, at least I don't think they should be like uniform, because it would feel unnecessary. It'd feel if like every tune in rework going forward had a theme skill. It would just feel like eventually the feeling would be it's just another skill that's in the friendships for some reason. I don't think that's what they should be doing with it. I think what they should be doing is in two cases. One case is the team has some sort of special mechanic or something. So if they do like, I don't know, anti-heroes rework this year or something, I think moving the weakened to theme skill would make sense because it's a unique debuff to that team or something like some charm related thing for Heartthrob. I think that would make sense because I think the way the devs explained it is team skills are supposed to build a team's core identity. So if they have exclusive debuff, yeah, they should probably use it in their theme skill, The new ones I mentioned, but also something, like the zombies obviously have it with rotting, and unlikely heroes with their special buff. So yeah, things like that I'm like, yeah, that makes sense for that. And then I guess an alternate angle you could take is teams with like a multitude of members, something like, well, actually professionals reach both because they also have the bricks that are unique to them. But there's also like, 7 professionals that got reworked when they had, like they reworked the entirety of that theme, even random tunes like Concierge Elmer, which I didn't remember were professionals. I thought he was a staff tune. But that being said, he got the rework and he got the theme skill, which makes sense because I imagine most people are probably using the standard lineup professionals, but you could throw in a Ralph Wolf for some occasions or a Mail Runner. In some instances, maybe they're better. So, excuse me. Like points where you could hypothetically not run the legendary, you'd probably want a theme skill, or for like sub teams like Barnyard. Like I get how Barnyard got some because they're a sub tag of rural. I mean, not like rural's a real tag, but or I guess baseball too. It's like you need to differentiate them from the rest of their tunes and their actual theme. So like the theme skill makes sense there. That being said, I'm fine. This is a really long-winded way of saying I'm fine with lunar theme skills because they have a unique mechanic. If they did something like what they did with Naughty List, where they just took the old leadership and put it as a theme skill, I was gonna blow a gas. Unless they would, but I don't see why they would. I mean, Lily says wrap up battles will reach their ascension. So, I'm gonna assume that it's probably something simple like a buff while ascended or something. That being said, yeah, if they do something stupid with theme skills, I blow a gasket. So hopefully, whatever I read in here, if like something else gets reworked in here aside from Lunar, that they have a theme skill isn't pointless. Okay, we're also specifically redistributing the stats of Lunar Bugs and Lunar Lola to make them better fits for the attacker position when slotted in against teams each of them aims to counter. Okay. Cool. Lunar Lola does suck. I'm not huge on Lunar Bugs, but I've always gotten the impression he was better than Lunar Lola, so. Alright. Lunar Toro, the wise old ox, has been a mainstay in players' collections for a long time. True. Like, 70% of people use him for the hand R&D, or say used. While we did reduce the upper bound of some of his skills, this time around we're bumping his stats up to give him both modern stats, which he had like 20/20 stats or something like that. Because he didn't get buffed the last time the Lunars did. Because they've been buffed like every year since they came out. Because this is the way power creep works in this game. I mean, they came out like 4 months after the game launched. So yeah, I get it. Especially with the whole like 1 a year cadence thing. So it reduces overall modern stats, reduces over reliance on a large HP pool by having a real defense stat. Alright, cool. That is his health stat. This is the defense I can read. Lunar team members sends granted 100. Oh, okay. They're doing the Queen Lola thing. While his tune remains in battle and Lunar Draghorn is not an ally, Ascended team members have 25% attack for each Ascended Lunar team member. I mean, I think you can ascend when you're not Lunar. I mean, it says right here, Lunar tunes are able to ascend, so. You know. That best for Petunia. Team passive added. The order of his tunos and slightly tweets so his tunos immediate access to Ascension skill. Okay, cool. I don't know. My master speed is 45, so it's it's not like it's relevant for me, but relevant for a new game player, I guess. That seems strictly like the most juice for Speedy. I guess he wasn't the worst member, he wasn't Lunar Lola, but you know. Do a little more for him. Again, I don't know how to speak to these numbers of, yeah, that's probably enough, or, okay. This is Lunar Bugs, right? Yeah, Lunar Lola is the one epic to receive a bit of skill take, as we aim to enable her considerably easier access to her ascension conditions and counterplay. That's a bit of a sentence. In Alliance Wars. Alright, coolio. So, that seems a pretty sizable speed jump, like 24. 6 extra points of base health. Oh, and 1 extra point of base defense. Wow. This is like kind of, yeah, like, you had, oh my god, it's such a considerable speed boost. Alright, whatever. Okay, this tune has 50% counter chance, while it remains in battle. Allies with taunt have plus 30% counter chance, so up from 20. If tunes ascended, they have always steal. Okay, that's the same. In Alliance Wars, unless incapacitated once per enemy, when enemy gains taunt for the first time, inflict them with deny counter. Okay, so they changed the Alliance Wars waste of actual time into a decent enough thing. Means deny counter, which would work against Countess, wouldn't get cleansed, so that's nice. But I don't know, it still doesn't really seem like she'd be doing her job very well. I want to know about her kit. Alright, anyways. While the baseball team is not too far off from where we want them to be, the team still has some clear issues that we hope to address with a few small tweaks. Starting off with the theme passive, which is receiving an effect of Master Speedy's Alliance War skills left field as a baseline, should increase baseball characters' overall power and help them get quicker strikes when facing bulkier opponents. Okay. These will tunes inflict a strike on all enemies when they defeat an enemy with a critical hit. Enemies with a strike take additional 5% max health damage when hit by the baseball tune and have the minus debuff resistance as they normally do. Alright, cool. So they're a little saucier. While the changes to cleanup hitter did help a bit, the low duration of the dodge chance up buff, paired with speedies and critically high speed, made it so the character cannot properly maintain a good amount of the buff stack. To address this, we're increasing the duration of the dodge chance up buff while slightly reducing it. Philosophical. They just ended the sentence before whatever they were trying to say. We're also adjusting the effects of his Alliance War skill, as one of the effects has been moved to the baseball theme passive. Yep, that makes sense. We're giving left field an enormous amount of potential Alliance Wars through a new effect. Besides this, we're also adjusting his stats for a slight overcorrection done by the Acme computers, resulting in a minor boost to his defenses. Yeah, 195, this seems enormously small. Even Lunar Lola is like it's like 250. Bugs is 269. The man's an attacker. Yeah, Master Speed is working off of this. I got these tunes are slower, but kind of want some defense. Alright. When a team member lands a critical hit, they dodge stands up for 2 turns, up to 3, and cleanse. I feel like that should just be cleanse. No. Yeah, inflict that enemy, selecting that stat down on a random enemy. Then his tune has no stat down. Once per this tune's owns turns against 3 speed up. Okay, so what's the Alliance Wars effect? One Alliance Wars baseball team rolls 10% stats. When placed on offense, inflict a random enemy with a strike at the start of battle for each baseball team members. Aha! Let's see. So in Alliance Wars, they just start off with a sauce. The debuff resistance, the max health damage. Yeah, no, really thinking about it. Looking at this skill sucks. Like, all 5% max health damage on their crits that, if you're hitting them, probably gonna kill. And it's only on offense, and as long as this tune's in battle. I feel like you could be doing a lot more substantial things there. Your offense only passive. I mean, it's like you use it once per war. Alright, Catcher Castello. Just address some of the problems Castello has while using Taunt, or be affected by control effects for boosting Knight's Catch, so that he'll be able to recover his protective buff faster. Okay, so yeah, while he doesn't have Taunt, he also has Speed Up. Okay, and that's it for the season. While a smaller amount of overall changes, we ask for your patience as we bring you quite a large amount of exciting changes during season 25 and onwards. Okay. Yeah, the video's under 30 minutes, under 20 minutes actually. Looking at my recording software. Okay, so Lunar definitely needed a sauce, so that is nice. Yeah, the additional stats, while ascended, should probably help them. Assuming that's, attack, defense, HP, speed, or whatever. So I'm curious, I'm a tad curious on who that would be better for, in terms of, excuse me, in terms of, which tune benefits the most from the theme skill. Let's be a question for the tune philosophers. But yeah, I guess other than that, baseball buffs because they're bad, lol. Oh, and the lack of Heartthrob, but they're probably coming next season, I guess? Who knows? But anyways, I'm the Mobile Rager, signing off. Probably gonna get that new Pepe soon, if I had to guess.